Hey guys, I'm Angela and with me is my co-caster AJ. Are you here?
Yes, I am.
Oh
What's up?
yes, hey, we
10
got the
seconds
whole settings
remaining.
correct this time. And this is
Yep.
gonna be the last game for the day. We are
5
Psychos
seconds
versus
remaining.
Nightcrawlers. We saw we are Psychos play in the last game also, and they had a very
Reserve
convincing
time.
victory. What do you think about their performance?
Yeah, I
I
think
love
that
asking this question to people.
yeah, they did play well, but I think I owe most of that to their draft. They have a good drafting style. They pick strong lanes and they execute them well. And that's seen again in this sort of a lineup.
Yeah.
This
Dire
time the only
team
hero different is instead of the Undying, they have a Spirit Breaker. And Lockdown's always good versus that Zeus. Because he's gonna get completely destroyed in that mid lane versus the Viper and the Spirit Breaker ganking.
Definitely, but I look at Nightcrawler's draft and I'm like, they have that,
Radiant
the
team
always
banned.
going to win draft. When you want to try hard, you pick these heroes and you go into the game and you're going to win it. So, I'm looking at them, I'm like, their draft is pretty good. I mean, the Clockwork pickup works really well. He can cut off the Spirit Breaker, he can take out the Lion before he even starts the fight.
10 seconds remaining.
Lots
Yeah,
of
I mean,
potential from their end.
the name of the game for the Radiant is basically
5
global
seconds
combo.
remaining.
Yeah.
They've gone for the Clockwork Zeus Spectre. They just want to blow people up before they actually enter
Reserve
into the fight.
time.
But that's going to be difficult against Psycho's lineup again because the Darkseer is going to build a mech. The Viper, he's naturally too tanky to bring down. Spirit Breaker, he starts with a phenomenal amount of armor and health in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's hard to bring out. So one of the few heroes that they can bring down is until now the Lion, and they need to rely on that wombo combo a lot. So it's going to come down to how their laning phase goes, and they just need to
Dire
secure
team
that
banned.
Zeus some sort of farm. They need him to level up well, reach 6 early, get continuous levels, and be able to contest the entire lineup. For that, I don't think they have the heroes yet because the Shadow Shaman is not the best roaming support. He can't really secure Zeus's position in the mid lane, but
Yeah.
it remains to be seen what they pick up last.
Radiant team
I was looking
pick.
at the Ancient, but then I was like, the Earthshaker is open, and it could definitely work well with them. Of course, it's not a global combo, but he could be the one that starts it off for them.
Yeah, Earthshaker does work well in most cases, but then again, you don't really want something
Or a Storm
that's.
Spirit.
Did you say Storm Spirit?
Yeah, I really just want to see a Storm Spirit. Like,
I
10
know.
seconds
You and me both.
remaining.
We really want to see that hero, but it's unlikely in this
5
scenario
seconds
because
remaining.
I don't think anyone will want to risk their points just picking up a Storm Spirit. So
Reserve
yeah,
time.
they're gonna need some sort of a roaming support, something that ganks a lot. S
or they could go with the Tusker. I mean, he does fare really well with the Shadow Shaman.
Tusker could be picked up if they
Or even a
can.
Sladar.
What?
A Sladar?
They actually need a support. They don't need an offlaner. Slada's more of an offlaner. So they're gonna opt to. Well, Earth Spirit would be really good here, but you need to be able to play that hero. Something
Yeah,
like a Night Stalker, possibly. It could be a little greedy, but Vengeful Spirit is open. They want to opt to go for something like
or
that.
even go for the Lena. I mean,
Lina, again, a greedier option, but it could
yeah.
work. The burst is decent versus Viper.
But then the Spirit Breaker and the Viper would crush that Lena.
Yeah, as a support Lina, it's gonna be really difficult for him. If he doesn't get farmed, if he doesn't get Yule, Scepter, it's
Yeah.
not gonna be possible. Supports don't usually get
10
that much.
seconds remaining.
So again, it's gotta be a non-greedy
A Witch
support.
Doctor. It could be a
5
Witch
seconds
Doctor.
remaining.
Yeah, Witch Doctor could be, but
Oh,
okay, they're gonna opt to go for the
Dire
Disruptor.
team
Not the.
pick.
It's a good choice. It's good at zoning out the Darkseer in lane because you can
yeah.
glimpse him back. You can be a threat in lane. Shadow Shaman already with that net of his. What's it called? The shackles are gonna
Yeah.
be really. It's gonna be difficult for that Darkseer to farm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're Psychos looking for their
They carry
carry.
pick up.
10
Maybe
seconds
go with something
remaining.
like an Osa because it seems like most of the prominent carries are already
5
banned.
seconds remaining.
Mm, most being the Sven man there, but again they can go for something like
Reserve time.
Slark. Slark is also
Yeah.
quite good in this scenario. He's one of the heroes that fares off very well versus Spectre. And again, those disables don't matter to him, so he can do well. Not sure what they actually go for.
It's they need somebody tanky.
Some people have opted to go for PA versus the Spectre. Not it needs a lot of farm, but it can be a later game solution. If he has a good timing on that BKB and has a decent amount of farm, not I wouldn't suggest that here though. It's gonna be difficult to execute. I guess they're puzzled about it too. They just
Yeah,
want
it's a
to
very
consider
like
all their
I'm
options.
trying all the options in my head and I'm like, no, like I just can't think of somebody who would just fit in.
Juggernaut also is decent versus the rest of the heroes, but if Spectre gets farmed, he completely destroys that hero. Like Juggernaut and Spectre on equal farm footing, the Spectre is always going to have the edge. But then Juggernaut excels in farming faster than the Spectre,
Yeah.
so he's going to need that early Battle Fury. Just push on. Ember Spirit, okay, that's
That
not
works.
that bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why didn't I think
okay,
of that?
it's a big risk that they're taking because Shadow Shaman enough disable. Zeus has a lot of burst, so that shield is not gonna last for very long.
Normally, me
Disruptor.
noob goes like mid solo, and Dark FL goes as a carry, but I think they're going to be
Oh
switching their positions.
no, it is actually possible that they send the Ember mid, because Ember
You
versus
really
Zeus is like
prepare
one
for
of those
battle.
hit or miss lanes.
Yeah.
It could work
Anyways,
out for them.
quickly we can just get into the draft. I'm going to be introducing Team Psycho. We have Noah Hexor, who's going to be playing the Darkseer. We have Dark FL, who's going to be on the Viper. Me Noob, who's going to be on the Ember Spirit. The Lion is going to be F1 to E, and it's going to be Kurosama, who's going to be on the Spirit Breaker. And you can take the other side.
Alright, so for the Radiant we have TZ.YB playing the carry Spectre, Parallax going to be handling the support Rasta. Off lane is going to be held by Mr. Suicide on his Clockwork, Frozen going to be handling that mid Zeus, and Hello's going to be playing the Disruptor as the fourth position support, I guess.
30 seconds to battle.
Might be a skirmish there in the bot lane.
Are those little
I like the
little
drafts. I like
people
both the
down
teams.
there?
Like,
Wonderful what they can
I
do
think
these
Psycho
days.
has an edge in this draft, but we'll see.
Yeah, Psychos does have a strong draft, but then the Radiant have everything they need to shut them down as well. A good static storm, good field, pretty much shut them down.
The battle begins.
It depends on how well they can get their
Or so
levels.
I'm
That
told.
will be a tribute.
The ruins have been picked up by both the teams, and nice ward coming in from the Dire side. Of course, there is a Zeus, so
Yeah, so
that is gonna go down soon.
actually he's planted a little far away. Might not go down. Nah, it's gonna go down. He spots it immediately. So already off to a good start there.
Yeah,
One of the things we didn't talk about in the draft is this dual lane that's coming out from the Dire. It's one of those lanes that can contest almost anything. Spirit Breaker with an Iron Shell on top, he can just charge in and be a threat at any moment. And these supports don't have enough to bring him down because he has 5 armor and 800 HP. That's not the easiest to bring down.
these are like one of those games where you just dread being a Spectre because it's so hard to farm. Everything just keeps going everywhere.
It's really difficult to farm such games. But it's gonna like take a while before they come online. The Spirit Breaker needs level 2. Darkseid also needs a sprint up.
Let's talk about the mid matchup. It's a Zeus versus a Viper. I mean, in this given scenario, does Viper still have the upper hand?
It depends on if the Zeus actually gets. If the Viper actually has a ward or some sort of. If he receives a lot of help, he can pretty much have the upper hand throughout. Because once the Nether Toxin gets corrosive Sin, once he gets more levels than that, it's going to be difficult for the Zeus to spam him off the lane.
Yeah.
But the Zeus can always just trade even. They can just keep farming, and there's nothing that
So it's
either
like an
can.
even matchup.
Yeah, it's an even matchup until they get help.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, it seems to be the lane that's gonna have first blood.
Yeah, it does have that kind of vibe.
Spectre
Top.
running low on health.
Yeah, he's gonna have a really difficult day. He's not even picked up a stout shield, so tanking those creeps is difficult. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for an Iron Talon, just consumes the creep that has the shell on top of it, so that it's on really low HP and then he can beat it down. Because this is gonna be really difficult, and they're even pulling on top of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's well. they're doing fine for now, but it's gonna be more and more difficult as we go. And he actually opted to pick up a Ring of Health, so it's gonna be a Vanguard Spectre, not something we see commonly anymore.
I really like the Spirit Breaker pick. It's
Yeah,
always like a threat, like you always have to be on alert because of that. Rasta maybe in a little bit of trouble, just standing over there. Korsama, gonna maybe catch him off guard, but no, he's just gonna walk out from there.
yeah, I think Koro was bottled there. It's fine as long as they're getting something in this lane. It's perfectly fine for them. Top lane, even the Clockwork's getting enough levels. He actually has a lot of farm. He has 10 CS. It's not what I expected.
Korsama maybe in a little bit of trouble. No, he's just gonna charge away. And he's being sent back away. Yeah, this could be first blood. There's gonna be a disruptor. He does use the kinetic field, but Bara's just gonna walk out of it.
Yeah, he was a bit late on the static field placement, and Rasta was the
Clockwork
thing.
on the top lane, maybe getting a kill over in the Ember, but
Boom! There he
gonna get him
goes.
stun off and he's gonna head back.
Yeah, bailing out his buddy in that lane. But this Clockwork's having a really good time. I'm not sure if he's gonna opt to max that Rocket Flare, but I don't think he needs to if he just goes for the Battery Assault early. He can become a threat in this lane. Oh, bot lane, Rasta has that haste. Might make a play or no. Just gonna run away. Oh, and that's why, because the Spectre is really low. It's gonna be charged.
Coming in from the Bara, but he's gonna cancel it. Oh, look at the way the supports are standing there.
Yeah, they're really protecting this guy. He's gonna ferry out this after himself. Will be a lot safer after that. Yeah, they're having a really hard time dealing with that lane. And that's something, like, lane's not even aggressive yet. They haven't started putting the iron shells on the Spirit Breaker, charging in, trying to just turn up the aggression. It's just, like, passive shells on the creeps that's affecting them so badly.
And they have a very passive draft. I mean, there's no real burst again coming out till about 15 minutes into this game. So they just gotta just keep that Spectre alive.
Yeah, it's all gonna come down to this mid Zeus. That's why I actually expected a lot more ganking coming out for this mid lane. I wanted, like, if the Spirit Breaker just concentrated a little more on the Zeus, I don't think there's any way he could survive versus the Viper.
Yeah.
But it seems like he's content just harassing the bot lane. Top lane,
Top lane, the Clockwork maybe getting a kill off here. No, he'll just head back. Cogs. Keep him going over there. They have really tanky heroes. Both the teams.
yeah, it's gonna be difficult to bring down heroes. But again, like, once the Zeus comes online, he is level 6 now, so he can start setting up kills.
They could go for the Viper mid. Like, this is the best time for him. He could just charge in, and Zeus does have his ultimate on now.
Well, the Spirit Breaker is playing in the Viper's team, so they can.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, top lane, we are going to see the charge coming in on the Clockwork. The TP does fly in from Rasta, and the Cogs going to save him for now, but Bara does continue walking in. He's going to give him a hit over here, but it's going to be enough to damage. The Shackle just coming from the Rasta, and Koro will have to get out of there really quick. Disruptor calling him back. The Glimpse beautifully used over the kinetic shield used. First blood going in the favor of
Strider's
Disruptor.
tracks run red.
Yeah, well executed there. They TP'd in to protect that Clockwork, and there was a slight misplay on the Dire side. He did miss his searing chains, did latch onto creeps. If he had just been patient for a second more, I think they could have secured that kill, but it was well played by the Radiant in the end.
Denied.
Bot lane, I guess the Spectre gets a breather for a few seconds.
Yeah. But with that
But-
first kill, Disruptor is going to get his arcane boots now, so and that is going to be a high advantage since they'll be ganking up a lot.
Looks like they are gonna charge on that mid Zeus. Nope, just cancelled.
He just came to chill.
Yep, transportation. He has opted not to pick up boots, gone for the direct on of shadows. Spectre's got his own as well. Okay, so that ring of health was just for some extra HP, I guess, in the beginning.
Dire's middle tower
I guess,
is
yeah.
under attack.
He really had to use all his consumables pretty soon, so.
Yeah.
But he's almost got his Haunt up and running, so he can be more useful in the ganks now. Maybe get a few kills.
It is the Spectre holding on to points. No, he's actually put 2 points in stats. Okay. Unusual. Again, like there's so many unique builds in this tournament. Like everyone's just trying their own thing. No one wants to go with the stable.
Which is good sometimes. It's always
Yep.
good to see something different.
Okay. Well, mid lane again, they're just having a good time trading. Viper is starting to take the lead.
The glimpses sent back. Spectre does come into the fight. Also, Rasta taking a lot of damage over here. Could be the fall for their team, but no, he's just gonna survive.
Radiant's bottom
Bara is
tower is
charging
being
towards the disruptor.
subjected
He
to
doesn't have his
extreme
ultimate right now,
violence.
so there's not much he can do, but Lion does come and he does off the stun on the Zeus.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Used by the disruptor.
Has that ever been cause for
He does
celebration?
want to continue to fight, but
Yeah, it was a mess of a fight there,
he's
but
got ulti and it's going to be the Lion taking a fall. Gorosama really low over here.
Not so fast.
Does charge towards the creep and backs out. And is slips back by the disruptor and Zeus takes another kill over there.
I am not sure exactly what's happening in this game, man. It just seems like the Dire on tilt. Just using spells wherever it's not necessary. Just charging into the opponent. It makes a little sense. I think it comes down to a lack of vision from the Dire side. They have no wards up. They don't actually see anything that's happening on the map.
Yeah, it is hard when you have Zeus in the opposite.
Yeah, the Ember's gonna TP bottom. He's gonna look for a kill. Might get this Rasta.
Saving
Rasta in a little bit of trouble. The Hex is used. He's gonna try and walk out of there, but Me Too wants to take this kill. The Shackle is coming from the Rasta. The Cantic Field used. RTC may be taking a blow over here, but Bara is gonna keep charging towards him. Halo coming back in his fight. He is glimpsed in, but is gonna not be able to take the Ember down over here. Halo in a little bit of trouble. Lion does send out the stun. Korosama gonna go towards the disruptor. Is gonna take him
return to
down.
the
Cantic
grasslands.
Field.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's gonna maybe taking
I feel like a broken
there are
record.
4 heroes. Half HP. The stun does connect on 2 of them, but and the clockwork comes to the fight. He does have the hook shot. He's gonna use it on Duffel, but he has no mana for now. The magic stick is available if he wants to use it. He does have the rocket, but
Your
doesn't
spirit
get time to use
like
it.
your life.
Shadow Shaman back into the fight, and Viper just going to be dunking off on him, but the Lion on the back line still take a fall. And
Radiant's
Dark
bottom
Element
tower is
also
under
takes a
attack.
fall. And this fight went everywhere.
Yeah, it was one chaotic fight, but I'm
Dire's middle tower
I'm
is
pretty
under
sure
exposed.
that's the Dire that
Near
came
the
out
amount of Radiant's
ahead there.
bottom tower
Yeah,
is
it's actually a
under
2000
attack.
gold exchange for the
Yeah.
Dire, so
Has
they did
that
come out
ever
ahead.
been
They got a
cause
lot
for
of kills there,
celebration?
secured their
Dire's
lead.
middle tower is under attack.
And
Everything said and done,
Radiant's
we're back to
bottom tower
6-5
is being
on the
subjected to extreme violence.
yeah, but I mean that's amazing for the Dire, right? Because they were trailing by about 4 kills.
Dire's
They
middle
were
tower
4-0
is
at one
under
point,
attack.
so they lost
I
only
feel
one
like a
or
broken
two heroes
record.
there, and they did really well. And it's one of those fights that they really needed, and it started with bailing out that Ember early. The Ember has opted to go for phase boots build, not going for that early BOT. So he wants to be more active in these fights in his own different way. Like he doesn't want to BOT in and contribute, but he's just fight it off. He's just gonna opt to pick up the drums next, I assume. Viper this time around, he's opting to build that mechanism, much needed for that
There's
haunt.
going to be the Spectre on the top lane, and Emperor's
Where
going
you're
to fall
going,
over
the
there.
weather doesn't change.
Disruptor playing really well.
Yeah, he's setting up those kills, and it's
Mid lane,
sort of
a little bit. Lion maybe in a little bit of trouble. He is going
At
to
least
fall
I
over here.
deigned to
RTC
notice.
going to just haunt into the trees, but Kurosama maybe trying to get the charge over here, but he's still level 5. Disruptor coming in just in case. Zeus' illusion does see Koro on the side.
yeah, it just seems so difficult for them to fight whenever they aren't.
Radiant's bottom
I'll be right back.
under attack.
Meanwhile, Ember is farming on the top lane. He's opted to go for the drums.
Strange to say, Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There's going to be the glimpse used by the Disruptor, and Lion has to walk all the way back from base.
Radiant's middle tower
Meanwhile,
is
Bottom lane
under
throws a
attack.
little bit of trouble. He does ulti.
I have no reason to
Fall away.
lie about such things.
He's going to take a kill on the Viper. He is hitting hard, and he does take the fall. Kurosama charges in on out. He does have the ulti now. But Parallax is right there. Rasta is going to try and maybe save him here. He does have the ether shot, but he's not going to use it for now. RTZ may be safe. He's just going to stand there. That ward does give sight. They are going to go back for him. He does have the Finger of Death and he could use it possibly. But he's just going to turn back.
He's fine. He's absolutely fine. He's just gonna run back to base and make whatever item he's going for. So what did I miss in that fight?
Radiant's
you
bottom
missed.
tower is being subjected to extreme violence.
Yeah, it seems like Radiant
He missed
Bolt
a nice
is...
glimpse by the
Huh?
Disruptor. He glimpsed back the Lion when he TP'd to the tower. So
Oh.
the poor guy had to walk all the way again.
Right. Well, it looks like Darkseer is actually getting some farm now. I'm not sure what he's gonna opt to pick up. Mechanism is being picked up by the Viper in this game,
Yeah.
like we expected. So Darkseer, he can always opt to pick up a pipe. If they have that pipe mech combo early, it's gonna be really
There is
difficult
going to be
for
the ulti,
Radiant.
and it's going to be for the top lane. The Viper is going to take a fall, but is going to take the Disruptor with him.
And God
Frozen,
riddance.
he is charged for now. Bara is coming into the fight. Rasta on the back lines is going to come ahead. He does have the wards if they need to be used. Nova is going to try and catch him off. Bara still charging towards Frozen, and he's going to catch him. He does have the ulti, and this could be the death. Nice vacuum coming in from the Darkseer, and RTZ running in for as fast as he can, but the Ember is right behind him.
Dire's middle tower is under an extraordinary amount of stress.
Yeah, I'd say that was well salvaged by the Dire. They TP'd in and executed
middle tower is under attack.
well.
They're really using their
Dire's middle tower is under an extraordinary amount of stress.
Well, it's not even their full potential yet. That's what I'm actually scared of, because in team fights it's gonna be so difficult to fight against a vacuum wall with Ember Spirit. Once he has his Battle Fury up, it's gonna be quite difficult for the Radiant to fight him. But then again, on the flip side, they do
Radiant's
have
middle
Zeus ult
tower
and,
is
well,
under attack.
a good well-placed Disrupt ult could completely destroy fights or turn things in their favor. So
And the minute
Thanks.
they started getting gold, the wards are back on the map, so they have a lot of vision now. And there's going to be a charge on the Disruptor in the top lane. Noob is there on the back lines. Hello in a little bit of trouble. He does send back the Bara, but Fitbit is still behind him. He does have the static storm if he wants to use it, but
My
he's not
life
going to be able to do it.
squandered.
Just going to save it for later. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Viper in a little bit of trouble. This ulti does fall in from the
Radiant's top tower
But it's
is
not gonna
under
be
attack.
Viper does
And not in a good way.
yeah, the last Arc Lightning did finish him off. So again, they are picking off this Viper again and again. He should opt to go for some sort of spell immunity. Possibly build up a hood, pick up a casual cloak, even work towards that BKB. I think that's gonna be his next choice.
Robuka has opted to go directly for a Blade Mail as his first item.
That's good. I wouldn't say that's bad in this situation, because Embo and all these heroes, it's pretty difficult for them to deal with a Blade Mail this early. The supports will definitely crumble. I mean, they just have nothing to do.
Yeah. I love
Heather?
the way the wards and the wards are happening on this map. Both the teams are just trying to gain as much as control as they can. Bara is going to charge on Rasta, but he's going to get hexed out over there. Just have to walk back.
Yeah, it seems the Spectre did pick up a late Iron Talon on this hero, and he has about 1,100 gold. Not sure what he'll go for.
Frozen, a little bit of trouble. The stun does connect on him, and Mino's completely chunk all of him. He does have the Onyx Shell also available. Halo has TP'd in with Rasta and the Clockwork, but are they going to go for this Ember Spirit? He does have the hookshot if he wants to expend it, but he's just going to go inside. Ember getting in, the Hex is connected on him. Box have been used. The Vacuum and Wall beautifully set up over there. Rasta is putting down his wall and chunking hard on them. But everybody's just going to turn back. It's just a
Yeah.
very bad position to take a fight in.
Yeah, it's really difficult for the Dire to fight into those Rasta wards, but now they know those wards are down, and those wards aren't actually going to be able to defend this tower.
Bar does have a
This,
charge available, and it is going to be on the Rasa. He gets Hex up, but that's not going to be enough to save him. And Halo, he better not show himself, or
they know he's there.
the vacuum
Yeah.
is next,
Radiant's
and
bottom
if
tower is
disruptor
under
taking the
attack.
fall line, of course,
Has
they
that
do know
ever
that
been
mana
cause
might
for
be
celebration?
Yeah, it's very difficult to fight once those wards are down and you can't actually execute. They should have just run for those.
Yeah. When
Oh,
they
he
do
did actually deny the tower. He did deny the tower with the wards. Something we didn't catch. It's a little bit of good awareness by him. Regen on the Ember Spirit. He can just go back in and fight.
Top tower is under attack.
Again, it's just aggression coming out from the Psychos. They just want to keep fighting.
Frozen in a little bit of trouble, he's gonna get charged on over here. Kurosama does have the ulti, and he is gonna be using it on him. Quick kill out. They need to get a hook shot of the missing from the top lane. Kinetic field. Gonna be calling back Kuro, and Kuro in a little bit of trouble. Spectre has wanted Kuro to take the fall over here. They want more kills, and they're gonna go in line. Gonna be the next one to take the fall. RTC charging it really fast. He does have his dagger available in 6 seconds, but he'll not have to use it. Meanwhile, Clockwork trying to maybe catch more, but
Players here.
Bit of overextension coming out there again. It's gonna favor the Radiant a lot, and
Radiant's
Dire
middle
need to
tower
stop
is
doing
under
this. Right? They can't trade
I have
evenly
no
with the
reason to
Radiant
lie
lineup
about
because
such
a
things.
fully farmed Spectre is pretty
Yeah.
much putting down some heroes.
Strange to say, Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, if you just look at the wording on this map, like both the teams have so much of vision. They're trying to take the best fights as they can, and it's so evened out.
Yeah, I actually like the. Yeah, that's actually really good.
Radiant's
'Cause-
top
and I'm
tower is
surprised they
under
actually
attack.
have so much vision versus the Zeus.
Yeah.
But then again, they've been picking on the Zeus so much. Like every time he's ahead, they just charge on him, jump his tier 2s, just kill him. It's very difficult for him to actually get those rewards off.
True.
He can't roam around alone at all. He needs to be covered. The classic one bracer, one null build coming out from the disruptor. Don't do this at home, folks. I'm not sure why he's going for that, but maybe he's building up a Dagon. Was this the team that built up Dagons last game? No.
No, they're
that's-
the opposite.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They can take Rosh, I think, or they can just smoke and maybe take down the Spectre. He doesn't have Horn for now, and this is the best opportunity for them. But the TP does get called, and he's just gonna head back to the top lane. And by the time he reaches, his Haunt is back on.
Radiant's middle tower is
He
under
is up to
attack.
3,200 gold,
I
so the
have
Dire
no
has a
reason to lie about
correct
such
plan of
things.
action. They want to go and pick on Spectre, but it's gonna be difficult. And once he gets that relic up, well,
Dire's top
It's-
tower is under attack.
it's really easy farm for him once he gets the radiance up. And miss is also gonna be devastating for the Dire lineup. The Darkseer did opt to pick up a Blink Dagger, not even a pipe,
Must I
so
repeat
there's no
myself?
survivability on him. If the
Dire's
Radiant
top
initiate,
tower has
the Dire
fallen.
might not be able to follow up.
Boom! There it goes.
They want this mid tower. There's gonna be a charge, but it's gonna be cancelled.
And he's just playing aggressively, giving vision everywhere. The charge does give you vision for those
Yeah.
few seconds around the hero, so they're utilizing that well.
The rocket is gonna scout them out for now. They do need a smoke if they want to rotate like this. Smoke has been popped, but I think they did see the ward. Yeah, the pings do come out.
They know that smoke. They got the tail end of that smoke. Spirit Breaker. Oh, having some computer issues, I guess. There is an Ogre Club picked up on that Viper. Could be BKB, could be a Dragonlance again. Both of them are quite decent in this sort of a lineup. Relic is up on the Spectre. So this
That's
is the
a
biggest.
big one. That's a big one.
Because the squishies on the Dire side, they aren't going to be able to survive just the magic damage that comes out from the Radiant. Spectre, I mean with Zeus and Spectre Radiance, it's going to be difficult. But then again, in terms of net worth, it's It's actually even on the supports. I didn't actually expect that because I thought that the dire supports would be doing a lot better, but it's quite even. Alright, they seem to be taking a break. Are you still here?
Yeah, I was just checking some settings.
Alright. The Battle Fury is almost complete on this Ember. So, well. Casual banter coming out from both the teams.
Why are we paused?
I don't know, probably some computer issues. Alright, the go is there. I guess this is when the Dire's gonna off to group up mid. They want to push as many towers as possible before the Radiance comes up. Now, still some issues. Well, the Battle Fury is the biggest pickup on the Dire side, right? They need that Battle Fury up on the Ember. They need to be able to have some, like, the follow-up to the Vacuum Wall. That's one of the few things that they have.
This is the last game for the day. After this, we should be seeing some nice buffs.
Well, still paused.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is
Alright,
being
I
attacked
guess
like
they're gonna group
nobody's
up
business.
again
To
to
say,
push down this
Radiant's middle
mid lane.
tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
They are going to be
Radiant's
jumping in
middle
here. They just
tower
have a
is
little bit of
under
trouble.
attack.
Bara does set out the judge to catch him out. Spectre has already done the fight. He does have relic now.
Dire's
And
top
there's
tower
Salty
is being attacked
coming
like
in from
nobody's
that
business.
line. Gonna maybe try and get out of there, but Bara gonna take the fall, and he does, of course, take down the clockwork before getting out of the fight. Viper.
Dire's top tower is under
Spectre wants
attack.
to go into this. Rasa is over there. He does have the hex, and he's gonna hex off the line. That's gonna be a quick kill for us. He's gonna catch off over there. There is a ward,
I take my offer.
and
Burn.
but Spectre's not gonna get any more. The TP does come out from the Viper, and he heads back to base.
Yeah, I think the Spectre and Zeus did get a decent amount of gold there. It was a good exchange. They did bring down one of the cores on the Dire side
Yeah.
and lost only off laner and one support, so I think it was a fine trade for them. But they did get the tower, so it was okay. But this Spectre is just gonna get bigger and bigger from here. It's just gonna be impossible to stop him once that Radiance is up.
True, and with that last fight, the gold is pretty much in his bag.
Yeah, he's 1,000 gold above anyone else in terms of net worth. They need to address this problem. Or it's gonna go to for one of those late game scenarios where
Yeah.
Emperor Spirit just goes for his Battle Fury, Deadless, maybe Rapiers, just tries to defend base. Might be in for a really long game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Viper is gonna maybe try and get some hits up on the disruptor. Bara is charging in on him, but he's gonna stop.
Gold for me.
Dire's bottom tower
Sanj
is
picked up on the
under
Viper,
attack.
so he's gonna have to go for that Sanj and Yasha.
Sorry, I just noticed.
Radiance is
Dire's
up.
bottom tower
That's a
is
big
under
item
attack.
for them. 5 seconds before Haunt is up as well. They can take a fight whenever they need to.
And Rosh is still open, so we could see a next big Rosh fight coming in our way now.
Yeah, but if they are gonna go for Rosh, it's gonna be Dire that actually opt to go for Rosh, because Radiant don't have the best heroes to pick on
True.
Rosh. Just playing passively, everyone wants their farm up now. There's a Mystic Staff on the Darkseer, so I guess he's gonna opt to go for a Shivas or Hex. Shivas, I assume.
Yeah, Shiva's good. I mean, even though Hex would be a good idea, but Shiva's would help them more.
I just think it's gonna be really difficult for them to fight with the lack of a pipe. No Greaves as well.
Bara, meanwhile, is farming towards his lane mail. Ember almost finished his Battle Fury.
And the Battlefield does increase his farm speed, also gives him some presence in these team fights. But last time that dive was just, again, overzealous. Most of these teams, they just seem to dive towers, get caught in bad positions, and lose a lot of advantage.
They could actually have a smoke rotation over here. At the end of the day, Spectre is the strongest carry, and she's getting a lot right now.
Yeah, Spectre can be strong in those late game scenarios, but I wouldn't say the Dire don't have anything to deal with her. It's just the fact that the Radiant lineup is very well rounded off to deal with that Ember.
They really want to take a fight. But Clockwork is going to gog and he's going to catch through the line. He's going to get caught all the way. Magic's Field is used. It's going to be the Static Storm and Viper getting hit over here. Clockwork. Nice initiation coming in from Win. And Darkseer going to take the fall too on the back.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And with that, 2 heroes down from Cyclone.
Yeah, that was a beautiful initiation by the Clockwork. Got 2 heroes in those cogs. The Disruptor followed up with the Static Storm. There's nothing those heroes can do in there.
Myself,
I think it all comes
Radiant's
down to
bottom
Dark
tower
Tower.
is
Like,
under
when
attack.
the Dire do initiate,
Has that
they
ever
sometimes
been
really
cause
go
for
big.
celebration?
But when it's the other way around, they just seem to panic out of the situation.
Yeah, it's... The Asha is also picked up on the Spectre. And they're executing well. Wards are going to be dropped by the Rasta. This tower is pretty much secure. That's 2 towers and a 1 team fight. So that's a lot of gold going towards the Radiant.
Now we do see it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. As any fool
With the
would
tower,
say.
that's going to be about 3,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Dire need to address this problem. The Spectre problem is getting out of control. They need to group up, get the ganks going, and now's the time. The ultimates from the Radiant are on cooldown. There's no way they can fight this and everything. The Dire have everything. This is when you smoke. Just go into the Radiant jungle, catch them off guard.
Actually, they can just go Rosh. Like, they can take Rosh also.
Rosh is also available, but I guess they are gonna go for the Zeus.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might actually catch
He
the Spectre.
seems to not realize.
Zeus is okay.
Okay. He's got the haste up.
Wow, he might actually run away.
Wow.
Okay, that was a bit of a blunder coming out from them. Should have actually charged on that immediately.
Clockwork is already in position. He does want to not. I think they just want to take a surprise fight over here. He is looking for the opening. He does have the Force Staff and the Blade Mail available also. There is
It's-
no ward.
So Veil of Discord on the Disruptor. It's one farm Disruptor. If he is a... No, he's actually playing position for. So... And even the Rasta has a Blink Dagger. So they actually have all the items they need.
Yeah.
Take these fights. Spectre haunt up again. Rasta wards are up. It's go time for the Radiant. I think the scariest part about their lineup is the fact that they don't even actually need to take these fights because their scales were well late game. Every hero on the Radiant has something that has some item or the other that makes him much stronger later in the game.
Definitely. And that casual Ring of Health Is still with the Spectre, and
Radiant's middle
he seems
tower
loving
is
that
under
item. He
attack.
picked up a Yasha for now.
I have no reason
Yeah, I
to
wouldn't
lie
actually
about
blame
such
him there. It
things.
actually helps out a lot in the laning phase.
Yeah. Of course, the smoke gank is up. They do want to catch somebody over here. The Ember Spirit is gonna be inside. Hello is gonna mostly catch him. They just walk
They're
in.
three heroes
Does
together.
flying over here, and we know we're in a little bit of trouble. This kinetic field is used, and the Sunny Storm has been used on him. He's gonna just quickly try and get out, but he can't. This follows down. The Lion's down. The Darkseer is down.
Yeah, they just don't have the tools. Without the pipe, without being able to execute these ganks, it just seems so difficult for them to fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is being subjected to extreme
And
violence.
that's what I was so surprised that they actually picked up that Ember, because Ember was pretty much countered by this Disruptor and this thing combination, Disruptor and Rasta. There's nothing that Ember can do without BKB. Lincoln's needs too much.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Rock it on!
Hello is just gonna place a casual kinetic field over there. I'm gonna start chipping away on the tower. Meanwhile, we do see Manda up and running on the Spectre.
Yeah, I guess they can go for Roshan now. They don't have much stopping them. When the Rasta wards are up, it's an easy rush. This Rasta actually opted to pick Max Shackles, not even Hex.
I think for that mid-game burst of damage, whenever they go to take kills.
Guess so. Hex is usually better in most scenarios, but I mean, it's working out for them. Lion, he's surely poor. He's got 8 deaths, nothing to speak of yet. Nothing he can do. Yeah, the Ember Spirit's gonna opt for that BKB. He realizes that he's being shut down in these fights, but it's gonna be quite a while before he gets that BKB online. And the ultimates are again online for the Radiant. They're just gonna look for these pickoffs, these fights again and again and again. The Viper also, he's had no item progression after that Sanj pickup. Can't even complete his Sanj and Yasha yet. Darkseer is finally going to pick up a plate mail, so he's that much closer to Shivas, but again, the Shivas does not seem to be an answer that they need.
I don't mean to be alarmist, but Dire's
That's going to be his
tower
soft
is
trying
under
for
attack.
any moment now.
They just seeming to get
Dire's
stronger
bottom
and
tower
stronger.
is under attack.
Yeah.
The longer this game goes, the worse it gets for them.
And I mean, the Radiant are having a lot of fun playing this also, because it's like they just have to press their ultis, and that's it. They just win the team fight.
Sorry, I just
Not much
noticed
execution
Dire's
required,
bottom
nothing.
tower is under attack. It would appear Radiant's
Nothing
top
out of the
tower
ordinary.
is under attack.
Oh, the Zeus might be in trouble.
Beautifully
No,
fortified.
it's gonna cancel charge.
Radiant's top tower is under
And
attack.
it just looks like the Dire are so spooked, man. They need those BKBs, they need a lot of items to fight.
Invisibility.
Dire's structures are fortified. They are looking quite robust.
Shadow Shaman has picked up his Ether Lens recipe.
Alright, he's going for Aether as well. Yeah, there's a lot of aggression coming out from this lineup. I actually honestly expected the Dire to be the aggressors of this game, but they've just fallen behind and they just seem to not know what to do. Whenever the ults are down, they just sit and farm, wait to recover, and it's just not working out.
There is going to be a charge on a creep. Darkseer has picked up his Shivas for now, so one more big item coming in for Team Cycle. Roshan's still available.
Flares here.
Shadow Blade on the Viper. So he was going for the Silver Edge all along.
There's gonna be a charge. Every time I heard that, I think something is gonna happen.
Nah, he's just charging around, having fun, man.
Yeah.
He's just wants those creeps. There's nothing to do in this game. I guess they can make one last attempt to fight once they get a BKB up on Ember. Or they can just play the long game, like I pointed out before. They can wait for the Deadless, wait for Blink Dagger, Divine Rapiers possibly. Could be in for a really long game. But the Radiant won't let them get all that.
Yeah.
DD. Can make something happen with this. BKB is complete on him.
Slow game for now.
Yeah, really slow. Poor teams just opting farm. They're gonna ping out Roshan. Radiant might make the first go of the game at the pit.
See a Rosh fight.
Scout it out, but again, the Spectre's nowhere in this vicinity, so.
They can go.
Oh, Ember might be in trouble.
They go for the Lion, the Hex does fall on him. That's gonna be a quick hook shot, and Lion is gonna take a quick follow away. Kinetic Field, he used that. Ember Spirit, he does have the DD on him, but he's just gonna head back into the forest. Spectre has used her dagger on him, she does see him. The rest of the team is trying to come in. She does have the horn if she wants to use it. Montestyle is up, but he's just gonna try and get out. The Hex does connect on him, and that's gonna be a hard fall.
Disaster.
To the ancestors.
It's a complete disaster. This means that they can pretty much push down the spot tower, possibly secure themselves with Roshan, whichever they prefer.
And the
Looks like they're gonna ping out Rosh. Yeah, Haunt wasn't even used. Zeus Salt wasn't even used. They pretty much won that fight without even doing anything.
Bara does have a lot of health, and so he mostly may be going for the fight.
Yeah, I think he's opting to pick up the pipe in this game. Yeah, again, like it baffles me. Why wouldn't they pick up that pipe on the Darkseer? He's so much better a pipe carrier. He had. Well,
And he could farm it faster. So
yeah, he could have had it early game. They would have the pipe mech combination, just push against the Radiant lineup. But now the Spectre has a Aegis, a Radiance, Manta. How are you gonna bring him down? Unless there's some serious errors on the Radiant lineup, they just like execute Bradley in 2 fights, 3 fights. Just it's gonna be difficult.
yeah.
I need some serious level of throwing.
I don't mean to be alarmist, but
No, I think all
Dire's
she needs
bottom
is a
tower
heart.
is under
Or an
attack.
episode or something. The charge does come in. The glimpse
Dire's
is gonna
bottom
be
tower
used, but
is
it gonna
under
walk
attack.
back.
You're gonna mount up a defense for this tower. Oh, Ember could be in trouble. No, the glimpse is on
Dire's
cooldown.
bottom tower is under attack.
We do have a dust in case they need it.
There's almost a scepter complete on this Clockwork man. He's one of those heroes that doesn't get a lot of farm, but
There's gonna be a charge on the Rust, and he's gonna be caught up. Shivas has been used. It's gonna be the wall and vacuum into it. It's frozen. Seeing a heartbeat during the down pressure back into the fight, and Clockwork trying to get out of there. He does get shot. He takes 1 kill, but he's mostly gonna take the wall here. RTZ on the backline. He's gonna be getting up his mid. Kurosama is gonna try and do some damage, but RTZ is just gonna keep
I don't
walking.
mean to be alarmist,
He wants
but
to roll
Dire's
again,
bottom tower
and
is under attack.
He's just gonna turn and get out. 4
Yeah.
hits from both the teams.
that was a good decision by him. There could have been buybacks on the Dire side, but again, that was like an amazing fight for the Dire. That's best case scenario. They did not burn the Aegis on the Radiant.
Yeah, when they initiated it, they kind of did it.
Yeah, it's like you pointed out that they needed to initiate these fights and execute, but again, the Aegis was still intact, so
Sorry, I just noticed
the
that
Radiant can just
Dire's
do the same
bottom
thing
tower
all
is
over
under
again,
attack.
and this time the Dire might not have enough to respond to it. Because there's a butterfly also picked up on the Spectre. It's just felt that that time the Spectre wasn't in position, couldn't bring down the Lion fast enough, and just wasted a little bit of time. Again, they're just gonna wait for the Zeus ult to come off cooldown. 6 seconds actually off cooldown.
Mid lane, Amber in little bit of trouble. He does have a BKB and he's gonna use it to run away. That is a 10-second. That's an 8-second BKB used.
Yeah, he had used that in the bot fight, so it is an 8-second BKB now. It's 2 charges used. Once this BKB goes lower and lower, it's going to be more and more difficult for them to take fights. Disruptor has picked up that Glimmer Cape. Not sure if he had it in the last fight, but it's going to be useful in these fights. Ooh, 2 more minutes on the Aegis. If they have kept the timer, they know that they need to make something happen. Possibly get all these outer towers down.
Rasta maybe gonna get caught out over here. The line pretty much has nothing to survive, so he getting
Dire's structures are fortified.
So for them. The charge available. Darkseer does try to get into the fight. He does use the Shiva's guard. The vacuum wall has been used. Spectre is going to take him down as quick as he came out. And Jack shot has been used on the backline. Mara is going to be working on Hollow, and Hollow is really glimmer himself out of them. But we can see the Clockwork. He continues to fight. He's going to get out of there. Pretty low on HP. Clockwork trying to take the fight. Meanwhile, Spectre on the backline is going to keep chipping on the top. She has ulti. She's going to end the fight. And
Dire's top tower is being attacked like nobody's business.
The dagger is still available, but she's just going to walk behind him. She's just going to let him go and take him on.
Last on tick. And that was... I like how the Spectre played that. He saved his ult for his second life, the reincarnate with that Aegis. Pretty much killed everyone. Now that's gonna be free racks. There's no buyback on the Ember, no buyback on the Viper. He did opt to buy out.
And it was really well played by
Must I repeat myself?
Him at the right time. He kept that Bara busy so that he doesn't go and attack anybody else.
Dire's top tower is being attacked like nobody's business. Dire's top
That's
tower
gonna be one side
has
tracks.
fallen.
And a casual hookshot just thrown out as own ally.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
But he has a scepter, he doesn't care.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Fate is smiling, but not in their direction.
Did secure that track, so now this game is firmly held by the Radiant side.
Yeah.
They can opt to just relax in this game, wait for more items, wait for another Roshan, then push off the second side, but I don't think there's any need for them to actually rely on all that, because if you look at the top net worths, it's pretty much the top 4 positions, 3 are the Radiant ones, so
Yeah.
there's no way that the DAG can contest.
And this line
Yep.
is having a really hard time. I mean, he's just got a headrest. He cannot escape. He cannot stand in the fight. The damage that Spectre is doing to him just with that horn, it's so painful.
Yeah. It's really difficult for those position 5 supports to actually survive in these fights. There is almost a pipe on the Spirit Breaker now. Could be a little bit of respite for them in fights, but well, against the Heart, Butterfly, Radiance, Manta Spectre, it's not much.
Meanwhile, Ember Spirit has opted to go for the Crystallises. Heart up and running on the Spectre. She's 6 back now almost.
Well, I feel bad for this Lion man. Maybe he needs a bracer or something. He's carrying that Fairy Fire. It's like that moral support Fairy Fire. I'm gonna get
it's
75
like
HP
my
and survive.
magic stick, you know, like, let it go.
I'm sure he's actually trying to click on that Fairy Fire, but he just dies too fast.
Yeah. He's like, maybe next time.
Hang in there, bro. Octrine is complete on the
Yeah.
Zeus.
He's got everything he needs.
It's only a 60-second out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Probably gonna opt to go for a refresher next if this
Yeah.
game does go on that long, but looks like they can just seal this.
Sorry, I
Spectre
just
doing the right thing,
Dire's
pushing out the
bottom tower
lanes
is
while
under attack.
while his team just groups up bottom.
I don't mean to be alarmist, but Dire's bottom tower is under
It's like funny how Zeus and Disruptor are bringing down a tier 2 tower.
Their bottom
Yeah,
tower
like, I
has
was just
fallen.
thinking about that. It's been a long time since I've seen that. 43 minutes into the game, like.
Yeah, but I mean that's the nature of their lineup. They need to bring down towers slowly, but these team fights are just explosive for them.
Dire always really go out for now. The push is coming in from two sides. And Spectre can haunt in at any time.
Yeah, they're just spooked, man. And the buyback status,
Yeah, I
there's only buyback on Ember. Oh, there's a buyback on the Darkseid as well. So those two heroes can buy back, but
Darkseid is playing really well. I mean, his walls have been pretty accurate.
they actually, but there's not much he can do, right? Because
Yeah.
they have so much. They don't have heroes that. I mean, you don't want an illusion of Zeus,
Dire's middle
Theo.
tower is
I
under
mean,
attack.
you don't want any of
Yeah.
those illusions
I
besides
feel like a
Spectre. So
broken
it's
record.
difficult to actually get a good vacuum wall off.
And they're just gonna continuously chip away on the bottom tower.
This is like the definition of slow siege. This is Zeus hitting normal shot. Like, that's as slow as your siege gets. Meanwhile, Spectre's not. I heard an initiation. Nope, this is a missed hook shot.
Dire's
Hook shot.
middle tower is under an extraordinary amount of stress.
And I'm just gonna call this. Okay, 2 sentries thrown out there, because why not? More vision.
Sorry, I just noticed that Dire's
The wall
bottom
damage
tower is under attack.
and they're gonna continue chipping on the tower. Roshan is gonna be up soon.
The walls aren't actually hitting the tower. They just decided to have a man fight with Viper. See who the better snake is, but
Very
clearly
nice.
Viper wins.
And Rasa is just gonna be
structures
standing
are
right next to
fortified.
Ember Spirit, unnoticed. I don't think anybody noticed him right there. And
That
he's
is the
gonna
Rasta.
get out.
Oh, there he is.
Has fallen.
Meanwhile, Spectre is gonna go and try and take the mid racks, and his team is gonna come in. MRT is gonna be hitting hard over here. He'll have to get out of the BKB has been used. Frozen coming back into the fight. He has ulti for now. He's gonna try and keep here, but he can't hold. Someone does come in. He's gonna take the shot over here. He's gonna ulti on the shot. He's gonna take the coil. He's starting doing as much as he can. And Clockwork is still gonna be hitting on Nemo. And 3 kills down.
Dire's
Spectre
middle
meanwhile
tower
still
is
charging
under
up.
attack.
Viper
I
gonna
feel
take
like
the
a
fall.
broken record.
Nasty gonna try and get out of there, but Darkseid are taking a hammering over here from the Spectre, and
Dire's
he
middle
just doesn't
tower
wanna leave
is
base.
under
He's
attack.
gonna keep standing.
Yeah, this is the ultimate zoning. He's zoning the opponent and their fountain.
Dire's middle tower is under an extraordinary amount of stress.
Continue taking out Drax. Ember coming back in. They do want to take this
Dire's middle
fight.
barracks are
They're
under
trying
attack.
so hard to push down that mid racks. Come on, Spectre, go ahead for a team, bro.
Dire's
Clockwork
middle
is gonna be
barracks
right
are
kicking.
under attack.
For a while.
Oh,
Minu
this
does
is a
come in. He
sorry
does want to
state
try
of
and save
affairs.
his racks, but it's getting really hard. Lion comes in. He
Dire's
does have
middle
the hex. He
barracks
could get it
has
off,
fallen.
but Clockwork gonna just force out with RTZ comes back into the fight. He wants to take the hook shot. He has Lion and all rubbed away at the first. Not gonna be used. The ball has been used by Darkseid, and they're gonna take the ball, but Mara comes into this fight. Spectre is still fighting over there.
don't
Strong
fear
mark
hell.
available if she wants
Hell
to use it.
fears
The sheets
me.
will
I
be
don't
out
mean to
there. The
be
stun does fall.
alarmist,
Definitely is
but
available if
Dire's
you
bottom
use it.
tower
He's
is
flying
under
from
attack.
the radiant side, and Zeus coming back into the fight. Spectre gonna get out of there. Zeus right there. Gonna try and do as much as damage as
Dire's
possible. The
middle
charge
tower
has been
is
used.
under
Artie's in a
attack.
little bit of trouble. He's gonna get the static field off from the disruptor and gonna take a fall. And
Dire's
meanwhile,
middle tower
Spectre still
is under
alive.
attack.
Finally
I
falls
feel
down.
like a broken
Taking
record.
down the Darkseid Winter and Frozen. Gonna try and get out of there. Viper gonna be hitting, chunking on the disruptor. He can't
Dire's
really
middle
go.
tower
Not
is under
available.
attack.
Frozen just gonna dagger out and walk away on the sideline. Spectre does buy back. He does have the ulti and he wants to go back
Dire's
to the
middle
fight.
tower
Lion
is under
gonna fall
attack.
on the back lines.
I feel like a broken record.
And she's back into the fight. They want to end this game really fast, and Ember is down for 81 seconds.
Yeah, they know that Ember has no buyback. That is the game. The Spectre did buyback, and it took all the Dire heroes to just bring him down the first
Can
time
it be that
with all their
Dire's
ultimates.
ancient
So
is under
there's
attack?
no way they can bring him down again.
That was
That is
a
good.
really long fight.
Yeah, that fight went on forever.
Alright guys, so the games are over for today. They were just knockout games today. The main games will be on Sunday. I will see you guys soon.